Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. And this time around, I think it's actually... that's a confusing glitch. I killed this one, so I guess that's my new third. I don't think you get 4. I think that's just an error. Anyway,
You were right to
it's
awaken.
Druid time. Played that less recently than the others. Let's take the Mire Keeper. He's pretty flexible, and mostly you take the 5/5 for the stats, I think, but you never know. If your hand looks good for growth. This would be pretty good for growth, and I don't like these cards, so. Well, growth can be iffy depending on the timing, but it's worth a try, because it can pay off big time. Mark of Nature is very flexible. The Acolyte of Pain potentially be worth a couple of cards. I don't know if I'm going to have anything good to do with it. Kind of Mark of Nature to put on him, that would be pretty cool. But, let's take the Mark of Nature. Not the ideal card, but it's pretty good. Do I want to jungle Moonkin when I don't know if I'm going to have any damage dealing spells? If I have this, then I know I can go for them. Of course, I can take the Pyromancer and go for spells and be less picky. Let's do the Moonkin. It's probably a bad idea, but yeah. Innervate's pretty strong, and we'll go with that. Well, I don't know if I want this many Innervates, but I guess we'll take that because I don't really like those guys. I don't want more Mark of Natures. Let's take the Adventure Code Mercenary. I don't know. Innovative Moat and never be able to cast anything again. If he gets like Paladin nerfed down, I'll not do that against a Paladin. How about that's the plan? The plan is don't double innervate the Ventricle Mercenary if the opponent is a Paladin, just in case. Druid of the Fang, am I gonna make that work? I don't know. His extra spawn is not a beast, so Moonkin is a beast, but seems dubious. I have a suspicion I'd be better off. Mirekeeper is choose one, so I would get to reuse that if I Puddle Stomp him, but I mean if I Brewmaster him, but almost thinking taking the Puddle Stomper just for the appropriate size 2-cost minion. This guy just often works out to not be that great. Brewmaster is really good. Well, let's take the Brewmaster. Well, now I really want beasts, because this thing is awesome with beasts, but I have to get some more beasts. Moonkin is beast. I'll have 2 of them. I should probably take Mech Bearcat, because on his own, I think he'd be better, but now I have another thing that benefits beasts, and if I have 2 of these guys, then damage-dealing spells would be at a premium, like Moonfire starts being worthwhile. Potentially. But, you're a beast, and you're small enough to get more benefit from this, but I kinda rather have a Jormungandr. It's big. It fights. You are a beast instead of a Murloc. That is such like, but the Living Roots does damage, so I could take that with the Moon. Okay, I gotta take the Living Roots. I've got those Moonkin, I gotta, like, use them. Similar reasons, take Wrath. I think the Robo Cub is probably what I need more, because I don't know if I'm going to have enough beasts for this, but this is amazing. I need to get more cheap beasts now. I need to actually prioritize cheap beasts. Weapon, whatever. Let's take the Squire, because I tend to not have 1-drops. Okay, none of you are beasts. You can draw me another card. Psychotron can help defend me. You can help kill things. Let's take the Psychotron. I keep thinking he should be really good. I'm not sure he actually compares favorable. Like, Annoyatron is amazing at that price point. I don't know. I guess we'll take Mirekeeper for the flexibility. Deck is very sort of mid-range in costs. I can take the Druid of the Fang now because I'm trying harder to get beasts. It's still hard to get his thing to go, though. And he doesn't become a beast unless you actually trigger his transformation. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Whereas I don't have a lot of 2-drops, so the Twisted Worgen would potentially be good for that. He's a little expensive for a 1-hit point guy who dies to AoEs. I mean, he's pretty solid mostly, but let's take this guy. I'll just get screwed by a lack of beasts, and then I'll have something to blame it on. Now, okay, Tournament Medic, I don't think so. I think we'll take the Bog Creeper because he's amazing. I have some cheap spells. I could maybe get a good play out of Mana Addict. Bear Cat. I've got a lot of mid-range sort of expensive stuff. Mech Bear Cat would be pretty good, and it would give me buttloads of spells, but they don't deal damage, so they're not going to help with that. They would help with the Mana Addict, but of course they're in the same row, so let's take her. Oh my god, I'm just going to have like all marks and no beasts. Mad Scientist is not very useful to me, though. Take a Feral Rage? It's kind of flexible, but I'd rather have the mark, I think. I'm going to regret it, though. If I can't get a bunch of, like, and he's really expensive beasts, where I'd rather have a cheap guy, but I'm trying to get cheap beasts, but I'm probably not going to get them, so I'll take the Tiger. Okay, I cannot keep taking marks. This is insane. I've got no beasts. If I had a whole bunch of cheap beasts early on, this would be so ridiculous. But we're going to take the Voodoo Doctor. I'm not getting the damage spells. Swipes would be amazing. Moonfires would have been better than some of my current choices. What cheap minions do I actually have? I mean, I've got some 1-drops, I guess. I have to have things to put these stupid marks on. This doesn't give taunt either. Like, if it's not a beast, it's not great. Like, it's fine, but he's really good big guy, though. I think I still want to take him. Cheap beasts? No. I don't know. Okay, you are what... Oh my god, I could have had so many marks. Okay, can I take the Dust Borer? Because it has to live long enough to get a mark on it, though. It's either 4 mana play, where I spend 2 cards, but I get back a card, and it's a 6/3, which is still fragile, or I take another Wrath, because it's way more flexible, and if I have the Moonkin, then it does, like, explosive damage. So I turned down a beast. That's going to bite me in the ass, I'm sure. You guys are idiots. I do have some Psychotrons to Clockwork Knight, I guess. Like cheap beast, I don't care about those other cards. Okay, Toad of Awesome. I mean, this guy, yeah, it doesn't matter that I like 2/3 better. Toad is super, super better. And wow. What a, wow. See, I'd be tempted to take him because it's a theme, right? But I really didn't get that many damage spells. I have 1 Living Roots, 2 Wraths. I didn't get any AoEs. And of course, it's the area spells that really make these guys shine. They're just as likely to hose me because I just don't have enough damage spells. Guess I'll take the guy who fights, given these choices. Saboteur is not amazing, but he sort of fights. I think this deck is too messed up. If I had 2 swipes, if I could trade 2 of my worst cards for swipes, this deck I would have much, much more faith in it. Because those 6 and 3 swipes are death. But, yeah. Man. I don't know if it's ever going to find me an opponent. It can't comprehend my, like, owlbear awesomeness. Is that an hourglass? What the hell's going on? Okay. And we have... a mage. Oh, that's a good sign. I'll definitely be able to keep his life for that. Oh, hey, they got a new slate out here. Show you how you're doing. Which is a good idea. I'm inclined to keep him in hand so I have a target for that mark, even though it's not going to work out. And this is going to be terrible, though. I have cheaper guys. I should try and get the cheaper guys. I can worry about whether I have a beast or not, if I have guys to play. This is not great. Great, now if I get the Toadskin die. I guess I could just Wrath that. It seems expensive, considering... But playing him would be just sad. That's not going to be worth the amount of effort it is. If I save the coin, I can maybe get far of this. If she spends a bunch of effort boosting that, I could maybe Wrath it, although... Like, if I coin and Wrath it now, I'd save me some damage, potentially, and I would be doing it on a... This is an otherwise wasted turn. Next turn I might draw a minion that I could cast, because I have a number of 2-cost things, but... I'm gonna let it go. Because I could also draw a 5-cost minion and just go... ball. Okay. Not gonna be really sad about blowing that up, not blowing that up. This guy's probably gonna die, but let's do it, because that's like his thing, right? Opponent can't even polymorph him. Oh, you could polymorph Boar. You could polymorph Boar him and then trade some of your minions for it. That wouldn't be the end of the world.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Giving me spells. Holy Light. That is not the spell I would have chosen, but okay. Okay, well, things that are not spells are expensive. So I could just kill him and then heal my guy. That's like overhealing on the Holy Light, but it would be keeping the board under control. I mean, I could Wrath the Worm. That doesn't do me that much good. Let's just do this. I could just give him +2 instead. I think that's not great though. Let's just heal him. Fine. Now he can get polymorphed for Fireball, making the heal worthless, but otherwise he'd just get taken out by 2 1-attack minions and a Fire Blast.
Mine! Oh, mine!
Okay. It's not even a beast. Although I could heal for 2 with him now, but I think I probably should attack. Do I +2 this guy to attack? Ah, the choices. Should blow that up because it's gonna hurt. If I'm doing that, I can't do much else. So yeah, let's just go nuts. I could save this and just Kung Fu. Which gains me hit points. That's... yeah, I don't want to invest that much in this guy. She didn't fireball him that turn, so maybe she doesn't have one. Seems worth his time to kill some of those slightly bigger minions. It doesn't seem worth his time splitting a spider, for crap's sake. And she doesn't seem to be casting a lot of spells for him. Now, she definitely has one spell, because she played Spell Idiot. But... oh, did he give her a fireball? Polymorph 4! It did happen! Okay. Now I can cast things again. So that if the board had survived, I could have buffed it with the Chronic Heart. Where were you earlier? Yeah. Anyhow. I think we could do... if I played him first, because I'm going to probably Kung Fu one of the spiders, then he would go up to 2. That's really not that impressive, so let's just prevent her from shooting next turn.
Shall we put a kink in their plans?
Your kink is a pretty accurate, like, estimation of the impact that you have most of the time, Saboteur. It's like, whatever. It does mean that it takes a spell to boost the worm rather than just using this. Or you can trade that guy. It's fine. One less problem for later. Okay, now you're boosting the worm now that I've, like, spent my wrath. Definitely. You might have been better earlier. None of you are beasts. So... let's just Mire Keeper. I don't need the mana crystal as much. It's not going to last very long at this stage, so let's just do this and de-spider. Even though, again, I'm not getting him out before I'll get him out and then I'm going to, like, probably stop using all my thing, but whatever. Slime. I have a slime. So what's up?
I wonder.
Say one thing about him, you could trade the worm to kill him, but it doesn't seem like you're getting great value, since he's already basically done his thing. Excuse me. Okay. Do that. Yeah, that makes sense. A new tentacle. Beast. Psychotron's pretty good. I don't know if he's exactly what I needed, so let's just Jormungand. Play Psychotron to protect him afterwards. Hope she hasn't drawn into another polymorph of some kind. Fireball plus Mana Worm would easily take him out. That is a lot of effort at that point, which is his job. Take a lot of effort to kill him.
I wonder.
What's that?
I am under.
Yeah. Ah. Yeah, that's where all my cheap beasts were, waiting for the joust. Damn ass. Yeah. With the spell, buff the work. Makes sense. Also, ow. Wrath. Oh yeah, I can't Kung Fu the Worm because of that. Well, I guess I should Wrath the Worm and draw a card, shouldn't I? Yeah, I draw a card if I buff this guy, but how much does that help me? If I drew an owlbear, it would help me. I have 2 of them. Because then this could directly blow that up. But then no, it's not really going to help me that much right now, right this second. This guy does come out as a 7/7. That might help me.
What to do?
Yeah, I should probably do that. Okay.
Snakes. It has to be snakes.
Probably heal myself. I think I'm the priority with this. I guess I could have done this first as I was going to be. So. And it was the Moonkin, but actually in that particular turn, it wouldn't have made that much difference. And he can't quite kill the Jormungandr even with the 2 damage there. It's much more important to heal myself right now.
Waits for no one.
So she's got 7 mana if she's going to shoot my 2/1, which she has to if she wants me to. If she wants to deny me an easy way to get rid of the bubble. That's assuming that she's just trying to kill through me and counting on him to stay alive. It would be very good for her to kill one of my dudes. And she has 5 damage she could get from just using that bubble offensively. Only 2 more damage.
Oh, mine!
That's a little rough. I'm glad to have him in my hand. And Innervate. Cool. Okay, let's see if we can draw another damage-dealing spell. Mire Keeper is not that. 5 damage from Kung Fuing that guy is, like, an absurd amount of damage. I don't think I can afford it, but I can't kill this guy otherwise. I'm just going to have to take the horrendous beating on my minions and probably get Flame Striked. I think that is my choice right now. I'm not Kung Fuing him for half my life. Even though this bites. I mean, I could innervate out a bunch more stats now, but they're all going to get blown up by my opponent's likely AoE, so I am instead going to do this. Give myself an extra hit point, save the innervate for later. Not that I have big AoEs that I could dump with my owlbear, unfortunately. Right. No Flame Strike. Excellent. Because that would have been the time. Shoot, Flame Strike, hit me for 4. That would have been a really, really solid turn and very hard to recover from. Enemy! Second draw. And another taunt. Okay, that's going to be hard to get through. Since I don't have an extra spare taunt here. Or the healing. What I have is actually problems, mostly. I've got all these beasts now. I'm not drawing the marks now. So, yeah.
One day, I'll be a real knight.
2. 3 damage I think I can afford. Even though, yeah, you'd think like 2 more damage, like I probably should. I've got to do something about that. So. Can lay down a bunch more stats. Would that extra mana have given me an extra card? I don't actually know if the excess mana from that is something I should find out. Because an extra card probably would have been better than a 2/2, but think this is my army for now. I don't think I dare play anymore because I'm just asking to get AoE'd. If I don't get hit by 2 damage to all my minions, then I've got a pretty good force. Yes, 2 damage wouldn't kill them all, but, like, what's the difference at this point?
Tadingo! Yeah.
Okay, you have a lot of comp too, apparently. Paying full price for that guy? That's okay. Sweet, the Bog Creeper. I still want to keep those things dead, mostly. I'm gonna do this. Doesn't really have much impact on my stuff, actually, unless that guy survives. Oh, it means I can use these two and kill that, and then not kill this. Yeah, okay, that's not great. I can probably play him then. If I'm playing him, then I could spend 2 guys, take that out, hit my opponent for 10. 11 because I've actually used my thing. Okay, see what happens when you're not controlling the army. But I mean, this guy was it would have been so expensive to kill that thing. Next turn, not as expensive, right? If I can just trade this dink. Or if you just do that. So that's 1. What are you finishing with? If you're not finishing, you're finished. You're just dumping all your stuff because you can't win.
You win.
Nice. Alright. I druided my way through it somehow. So yeah. Got our first win. It was a little bit hard fought there, but managed our resources, pulled through. Let's see if I can actually get the marks with the beasts next time.
If you enjoyed this, please activate the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.